This week in 3D Archery, we're going to talk about the Bear 76er Deluxe. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Right, if you watch this channel, you know that Jeff Krug is a massive fan of the Bear 76er. In fact, Jeff, Eric, Bob, and Joey at ETAR were playing with him one day, and I didn't have one. I was that left out kid. All I had was my Ben Pearson's. And so I went out and looked for one, and you probably know the story by now. I couldn't find a left-handed 76er, but I did find a Minuteman, and I bought that, so they sort of let me in the club. And doing my video on the Minuteman, Jeff brought these 76ers, and I go, you know what, can you loan me a couple of these so I can shoot and play with them and make videos on them for everybody? And he was gracious enough to say yes. So I guess you could say this video is sponsored by the great one himself, the world's premier instinctive internet archer, Jeff Krug from The Knocking Point. It's a great channel. Make sure you check out Jeff. Probably learn something. Probably learn more from him than you'll ever learn from me. All right? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take a look at the Bear 76er Deluxe. All right, let's do some background on the bow first. The Bear 76er was introduced in 1973 and discontinued in 1977. Came in two models, the 2164 and the 2158. Now if you notice the numbers, 21, don't know, this probably just tells you the model, but 64 is the length and the 58 is the length. They called them the Deluxe, which was 64 inches, and the Custom, which was 58 inches. Now in 1977 they dropped the names Deluxe and Custom, and what they went was the Deluxe was called the 76er Bear Takedown, and the Custom is called the 76er Hunting Bear Takedown. They're essentially the same bows, they just changed their names. Now the interesting fact in these bows is the handles, that's what they called the riser back then by Bear, they have 3 patents on them. So if you wanted to go out and make them, I don't know if the patents are still in effect, but you could probably get sued. Another interesting fact was in 1973, the cost is around $25. And you know, today we go, man, that's awesome, that is cheap, that's dirt cheap. Yeah, well, I did some looking, and I found in 1977, $25 today would be $144.37. So you know what, it's pretty much comparable to like a Samick Sage or a Black Hunter. I have read, and I've been told by multiple people that this was a top seller for Bear Archery, and I can't confirm those numbers, but I do have to question them because the bow was only there for a couple of years, and if it was selling big time, I think it would have lasted a little bit longer. So there's some basic backgrounds. So now let's go into detail about the bows. You know, it's been said that Fred Bear was a marketing genius, that his marketing is what put him over the top. I cannot speak for that, but what I do enjoy is seeing how things were marketed in the past. You know, listen to the description of these bows from the 1973 catalog. This is for the Bear 76er. The bow all America has been waiting for. The bow that will win over both the Archie Bunkers and Michael Spivaks. The bow that will enable all Americans to get into the challenging sport of archery. Bear 76er. Fred Bear's way of thanking America for helping him fulfill his impossible dream. You know, this is pretty cool, pretty funny. If you don't know who Archie Bunker was and Mike Spivak, they're the two characters out of All in the Family, which was probably back then, if I recall right, the #1 TV show in America. I never watched it, never was a fan. All right, but you can see how they're trying to tie it into the times. Now this is from the 1975 catalog, and they claim that this came from Fred Bear's notes. And it reads, "When I began making bows in 1927 at my home in Detroit, I decided that although there are many ways to do a job, there is only one way, the right way. Almost 45 years later, I still insisted on following that rule when I designed the 76er. It was not an easy task to come up with a practical, low-cost takedown bow for the general public. We went down many blind alleys, but finally, after much testing and design, we reached an evolution of design that met the stringent Bear rule. Bear 76er was ready for the people, and over the past 2 years, the response has been overwhelming. So you remember earlier I said they were selling well. Well, there they tell you, but I don't know if that's just a marketing ploy to get you to believe that they were. So what I did, I trolled the internet, and I found this example you'll see. Let me slide over. Right here of it in its original packaging. Now, I'm going to blow it up full screen so you can take a look at it, leave it up there for a couple seconds. I think it's pretty cool. You can see they got arrows pointing at things. It says like magnesium, space age magnesium riser, all different little labels. It's pretty cool market, I have to say that. Alright everybody, I like that. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Now, I was also able to find some ads. Pop them up over here. Actually, you know what? We're going to go full screen. Here it is, the 1975 Sears catalog. Yes, they sold the 76er through the Sears catalog. Isn't that cool? Here's another one. I don't know where it came from. It's an unknown 76er ad. It's pretty cool, you know, tying in the bicentennial, which by 73 was 3 years away. And then the last one is a really famous one, probably one of the most famous archery ads out there, and it's from Playboy magazine. A nice topless lady, yes, I blurred the parts, holding what is in her hands, a Bear 76er. Doesn't mention the bow, but the bow is in it. So, you know, that shows you some of the marketing from the 70s. You got to remember, back then, marketing, you didn't have the internet, didn't have cell phones, we didn't have social media. There was the three big ones: print, TV, radio. Mailers weren't a big thing back then, right? And they didn't like really go door to door, and they didn't have booths at shows so much. That was the big three. And there's the marketing that they used back in the 70s to promote the 76ers. Alright everybody, up next we're going to cover the specs of the Bear 76er. I'm going to talk with the catalogs in front of me. So enjoy and listen to the details on the Bear 76ers. The Bear 76er Deluxe. It's a 64-inch AMO bow. Came in draw weights. They classified them in 4 classifications: light, 25 to 30 pounds, medium, 30 and 35, heavy, 40 to 45, and extra heavy, 45 to 50. All the bows are advertised with an unlimited draw length. The handle material is space age magnesium. The glass colors are random, red, white, or blue. The handle colors are again random, red, white, or blue. Now in 1975 they dropped the color red. The standard equipment was the Bear Hair Arrow Rest, the Bear Silent Arrow Plate, the Bear Converta Accessory Insert, the 3-pin bow sight, the Bear Pistol Grip, assorted red, white, and blue, the High Impact Decorative and Reinforcing Overlays for your tips, and a universal black temper strand bow string. Now the accessories that you can get for this bow is the Bear Omni Coupler Stabilizer, the Bear Hunting Stabilizer, the Bear Converta Bow Quiver, the Bear Converta Bow Reel, and assorted standard pistol grips in red, white, and blue. Alright everybody, now we know everything you need to know. You know the marketing, the specs, you know why I got them, how we got them, blah, 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 blah. Now it's time to go out and struggle shooting, because this is a right-handed bow. I'm going to shoot right-handed. Don't do that a whole lot anymore, but I'll give it my best try. So, get some popcorn, prepare to laugh, because there's going to be some missing. Alright, let's go out and shoot the Bear 76er Deluxe. Having not shot right-handed in quite some time, I figured it would be wise to start with some close shots. First try! Next up, I wanted a little bit more of a challenge. A smaller target would be the perfect test of my accuracy. Feeling confident, I started to shoot targets farther out. Shooting well at targets under 20 yards, it was time to move out past 20. But being the coward that I am, I wanted a target I couldn't miss. Having made such a tough shot, it was time to replenish. Filling my oats, I took on the toughest target yet. One last challenge to see how well this bow really shoots. Okay everybody, done shooting. I'm going to give you my hits and misses and give you my overall impression up next. So what's my hits for the Bear 76er? Well, the biggest hit, it's versatile, beyond belief, right? Versatility. Let's say you want to go target shooting. Well, you can put a stabilizer here, sights here, you can put a rest here, and you got a target bow. But let's say you want to hunt. Well, take all that off, you can shoot off the shelf just like that. But if you want to go bow fishing, put a reel right there. This bow does a lot of things, and it does them all pretty well. Now the next one is the grips. I'm telling you, these grips are incredible. Personally, my Minuteman, there you go, I'm getting old, has that. And I think this is the best grip I have ever felt. It is awesome. There's no torquing. It just sits on my hand perfectly. Now this is the R1. They have the R2 and the R3, and what it is the depth and the angle of it. It's like, you know, here, here, and here. These are cool. I was a little leery about shooting this. You can see the ridge there, but it doesn't curl that much. So this lack of curling, they didn't put a heavy curl in there, reduces the torque. And switching them out, it really is that easy, right? Right in there, my hand fit right in, right on that lifeline. That was really neat. I do love that grip. I'm telling you, I wish, this is an ingenious method. I just wish more companies would come up with them and do it. All right, so I love that. That's my hits for this bow, is its versatility and the grip. So what's the misses? Well, the misses are pretty simple. Biggest one, scarcity. It's been out of production for 47 years. These are getting old. Things are going to fail. The risers will probably never fail, but the limbs will, right? So if you're trying to get one and you need a part, it's really hard to get it, especially if you're left-handed. That just makes it even harder. The grips you can find, some people are, you know, like anybody else, they're gouging it. The risers are out there and the limbs are out there, so you can find them. It's just going to take, you know, it's just not as easy as it is with newer bows. The other misses, fiberglass limbs. They are a hit in the fact to me that the plus on them is they don't rust. You don't have to worry about it. And rust, wood doesn't rust either, but they don't have the same problems as laminated ones, right? Fiberglass is tough and it'll last a while, but I've been told by Jeff and several other people that they have a tendency to twist. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know if it may be how they made it. I think this is made by protrusion. I really can't tell. It would be my guess that's the method they used. I know that's what Ben Pearson made the jet bows from. But being, remember, old, multiple owners, you don't know what type of string the other person was using. And like with Jeff's here, the tip got sawed off from the other person using the wrong string on it. But if you're halfway crafty like Jeff, the great one, he just put a new backing, and he put new laminations there, and it's good to go. You know, and you can always make your own limbs. They're not that hard to build a little press for these. It's actually pretty simple. So you can extend the life on them, but that is the downside of them, is on these limbs, is, again, we go back to that first one, scarcity. There's not a whole lot of them. And when you do have a problem with them, which I guess these tend to have a little bit, that can be a problem. All right, there's my hits and misses. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts, and I'll let you guys go so you can go out and buy yourself one of these. All right, everybody, final thoughts and impressions. Been out here for a couple hours. Did a 34 target 3D course, shot multiple arrows, and I had a ball. This thing's fun to shoot, easy to shoot. The draw is easy, no stack, hold it all day. I'm guessing this is anywhere between 35 and 40. It has the weights on the front. It says the 58 inches, 45 pounds. But for this one, it's wiped off. So I'm guessing about 40 pounds. That's what it looks like to me. I can learn to shoot this bow really well. It's just a natural shooter to me. The big thing that I realized, like halfway through the course, I realized how different I shoot left and right-handed. My left hand's all, I anchor up here, I got a set, lock, boom, boom, I got everything figured out. To the minutest detail, I can feel everything. My right hand, I get up there, boom! You seen, I didn't hold. I also anchored down here. And I found on my high shots what I was doing, instead of looking at my point, which I know I should do, right? When you shoot instinctive, I looked at the arrow, looked down the arrow, and I shot high. But when I went back to staring at it, I was pretty darn good. So this is a lot of fun. These bows are cool. I'm telling you, you can't beat them for the versatility. You want these are the ways to go for them. You can find them on eBay, pawn shops, maybe a swap meet. If you can get one, get one. I think you'll have a lot of fun. You know, it's always neat to shoot a bow from the past because, you know, especially when you're old like me, it takes you back to a different time, a simpler time, more innocent time to us. All right, I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with an all-new episode, 3D Archery.